Hey, you guys. Good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, Talking Tasks with Danny. So today the talk is who we not taking into 2025 with us. The task is we're doing our edges, okay? Because these edges need to get done, baby. So yeah, in 2025, baby, I had to literally go through my contacts yesterday and cut out half other people, more than half of my contacts, because it's like either I don't have these contacts in my phone for extremely long amount of time. I don't know any of these people anymore, or these people are not pouring into my life. It's for whatever reason. Or the next, I just had to cut people off. And you know what? I don't like, okay, so I tried to rekindle my relationship or build a relationship, whatever you want to call it, with my estranged father. And that was a void in me that I had in me for a long time when it came to the relationship of my father, because I wanted to know, like, who are we when it's just us with each other? Like, we don't have nobody here who could tear this relationship down. Like you said, when I was young, you couldn't be there because of mama, grandma, great grandma. Okay, cool, got it. Now that it's just me and you in a state by ourselves alone, like, okay, who are we to each other? And it's like, mind y'all, he blocked me. We had a falling out. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up blocking me for a year and a half went since moving to Atlanta. But he always saying that it's somebody else's fault. And mind you, I wasn't innocent in the situation too. I was disrespectful just how he was disrespectful. So it ain't no, oh, poor me. This ain't that type of story. But yeah, so we ended up trying to rekindle our relationship. But you know what? I just noticed when people have an issue with you and the issue is really them, that person will gaslight you to make it seem like that is you. Although I can admit my wrong, they would never admit when they wrong. And they would constantly expect for you to change and bend to be contort to their idea of you and contort with whatever they have going on in they head, their imagination. They'll put that off on the next people. But check this out. When you tell a person, like, hey, I'm not finna allow you to treat me this way, they'll flip it on you and say, well, I'm not finna change. I didn't ask you to change. Your personality is your personality. What I'm asking you is, if I'm in the middle of a conversation, don't cut me off and say I heard enough. And then when I'm still talking, after you done cut me off, you say, I'm cutting you off. I'm being rude. And what you finna do, force me to listen? Like, it's like, but you know what? I'm just glad, I'm thankful for that relationship, because it just taught me, dealing with my dad over these past several months have taught me that when you right, you right. Don't, and like, I cussed him out the first time because I made sure I understood what your reasoning was for not communicating with me. You see what I'm saying? If I can point a reason, but it's like you just childish. Like, my daddy is 14 years older than I am. And out of them 14 years, he done spent more than half his life being incarcerated, in and out. But I thank God I ain't missed nothing, because I still come from a 2-parent household. And my parents was so young when I was conceived, to where I'm glad my mom did end up with an older man who was actually able to teach me stuff like patience, kindness, consideration, how to really treat a lady. My daddy, my biological father, he doesn't know how to do that at all. And he thinks he does. Like, if you even ask him, he will tell you he's not incarcerated. Although you don't spend over half of your life being incarcerated. When I try to bring another way to think, or to say, like, hey, put you up on game and how society is really functioning and how society is really getting down, you look at me like I got 6 heads, like I don't know what I'm talking about. After I done sat on top of board meetings where I had to vote in laws. You see what I'm saying? I did it at a low level. I ain't trying to say like I sat on this high committee. It was through my son's school organization that I had to be voted in. These people had to know what I was talking about. I was able to get a degree in criminal justice. You see what I mean? And then after that, I'm able to go and work at these companies where I have some say so and say put. So it's not me that's lacking on communication. One of my strongest points is customer service. And it's like I was allowing him to make me feel bad, because at first I was like, well, is it me? Like, okay, am I doing something to him like that I'm not aware? And I got to the bottom of that. And he was like, because I am on the side of the law and he's not, he was like, sometimes when you're talking to me, it feels like you interrogating me like you the police. That's what he say. And it's like a regular conversation. Like, I never knew asking a person like where you from? Or even though I wouldn't ask my dad where he's from because I know where he's from. But, asking him questions like, did you graduate high school? Just asking him catch-up questions. Basically, me trying to get a sense of who you are as a person. When you ask him questions like that, it's like all hell breaks loose. Oh, people been through shit, and you shouldn't be interrogating me and this, that. And it's like, well, how am I going to get to know you as a person? How am I going to get to know you as a person? How am I going to get to know what you like and what you dislike and your habits if I'm not allowed to ask you questions? And the only thing you got to say is, oh, listen, if I'm a very redundant person. If you listen, I know a lot of redundant people. And just because you keep saying something over and over and over again, it does not mean that it makes sense. Like, he just not understanding it, and he don't seem to grasp that concept. And it's just like, you know what? I don't have anything else for him. Like, I'm like so good on this relationship. I'm not going to continue this relationship. Like, anything we was establishing, I'm no longer willing to work on it, because I just feel like, for what? What's the point in me trying to work on it with somebody who just want things their way? And you know what? I was like, you know what? I've come across a lot of people in life like that, but I was raised for people to make me feel like I was supposed to put up with people's behaviors like that, and that's what God would want. And nah, you know what? Somebody lied on God. Somebody lied on God, and people better stop taking a narcissistic behaviors that they want people to deal with just because something happened to them in life, and want other people to put up with that behavior. Like, I'm not putting up with shit. God is going to put enough sorrow in my day and in my life to where I don't have to depend on you. Like, I don't have to go through this. I already got enough that I'm going to go through. Like, it's like, that is like crazy to me. And to sit like, I'm 32. And it's like, I believe that for so many years. I'm a country girl. So, like, my mama was more city, but my grandma was very country. And I spent a lot of time with my grandmother, throughout the years. So I would say I'm more of a country girl than a city girl. Although I can do both, baby. I can do both, So it's just like, just sometimes what the folks teach you in the country is not kosher. Like, you don't have to put up with people bullshit. You don't have to put up with a person who's not pouring into your life. Like, I don't have to put up with nobody just because we share blood. And y'all, a lot of people waiting on them kumbaya and coming to Jesus moments, and baby, it's never going to happen. Like, it's never gonna happen. You can't force a person to be somebody that they're not. You just can't. Like, and it's just like the idea and all of those fantasies that I held on with. Like, and my daddy allowed me. He poured some of those fantasies to my head. Like, oh, when I get out, we finna do this. We gonna do that. When he come from being incarcerated, we was gonna do all these things. That never happened. And it's never gonna happen, because you can't do stuff with a person like that. With a person who feel like they done fucked up their life, and at the same time they know they done fucked up, they still feel like they got the answers to everything, because it wasn't their fault why they fucked up. It wasn't their fault. that they put themselves in those situations. It's everybody else's fault. You see, like, it's like the lack of, like, take control over your own life. Help yourself first before you want somebody else to help you, or, you know, somebody else to just blindly pour into you. And then I'm realizing a lot of people, they like kind people, but they do not like people that stand up for themselves. And they don't like it when a person have their own opinions and have their own made up mind. It's like, oh, you too opinionated. All of a sudden, something wrong with you. Oh, this is what I use, this edge booster to hold my edges, y'all, if y'all wondering. But it's like, and this edge booster does not do it all by itself, baby. Because I did perm my edges, okay? I'm finna let y'all know that I did perm my edges. And then I posted up a video of that. But yeah, y'all, so I'm to a point where even my own siblings, some of my own, because I got a big family, baby. And sometimes it's not because a person just did something to you straight up. Even though I do find I can name what each individual has violated me to some degree, it's still not all about that. It's about the fact that people don't want to go nowhere in life. And they want to hold you back. Like, so many people telling me, oh, social media is this and social media is that. They're trying to give it a bad name. But it's like, if I want to be on social media, if I want to go on social media, I just fucking want to do that. And that's something that I want to do, and I'm going to do it. Like, I can be on here like, you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do just because of how you feel about it. Like, I am so sick and tired of people knowing people like that and having people like that in my life, y'all. So 2025, my cutoff game is strong. This is my first can I ever bought of this Got to Be Glued. And I'm going to use it up, but I like my products. When I finish with that, baby, I'm going back to my Pump It Up. Because Pump It Up, this styling spritz is the truth. Like, I just love this. To give me my whole and to give me this. I keep a can of this. I'm going to still keep a can because it is good for, like, certain types of ponytails. Even though the Pump It Up is good for a lot of styling ponytails too. I still like, this one became part of the game. So I keep me a can of it. But I got to keep a can of both depending on what style I'm doing. But yes, y'all. So these some quick little edges, like house edges. Well, not house edges. You can go anywhere with these edges. But I like the, hang on. Yeah, so I just like to do my edges like that so they can look kissed. Like, this is my first time ever doing this part. Like, this up here. Tell me what y'all think about it. But then, it's like, I just like doing a little nice swoop. So when I do my hair like this, and I come over here, do my hair like that, I can just put my clip on it, y'all. And yes, we're going to call it a day. I put my clip on it just like that. Yeah. All right. And then it's on my hair look. So yes, y'all, get with the edges. We relaxing edges all 2025. I done cut off who I need to cut off in 2024. And y'all, we finna go. Just remember that y'all can be whoever y'all want to be. Whoever y'all see y'all as, believe it, because you're that girl, you're that guy, you're that person, okay? Don't let nobody else trick you up out of your bag. Whatever's inside of you and you feel like you want to do it, you can do it by any means necessary. And y'all, just always remember, cut people off who is not serving you anything in your life. And with that being said, you guys, I will see y'all in the next video. Have a great day.